This video, we're going to prove the following theorem. If A is at least 0, but A is less than B, then this statement is always true. And then we want to show that this statement here is not always true. Well, how can that be? Well, if this isn't given. Okay, so let's get into this proof. If you like mathematical proofs, consider subscribing to my channel, as this is what we do here. We prove mathematical theorems. Alright, we are given that A is positive and it's less than B. So I'm going to multiply everything by A, which is a positive number, or 0, so the inequality won't change. When I multiply that by 0, I get A. Let's try that again. We get 0, of course. If I multiply this by A, I get A squared. And if I multiply this by A, we get AB. Now B is positive, and A is positive. Well, here's B, there it is. But now, instead of A, I'm going to put something bigger than A, B. We are told that B is bigger than A. Well, this is B squared. So I'm just going to erase B times B and put B squared. And the proof is done. This is exactly what we set out to show. Now, why is this not always true? So just for the record, there's the end of the proof, nothing too deep. Well, I guess for completeness, oh, I did write AB. Okay. Now, for completeness, let's show this is not always true. So, it's reasonable to assume that at least A or B is negative, because then it would contradict this part. So, suppose A is negative 8, and in absolute value, B is smaller. And then we compute A squared, which is negative 8 squared, which is 64. So I just computed this. Now we're going to compute AB, which is negative 8 times 5, which is 40. And B squared will be 5 times 5, which is 25. So it's supposed to be that A squared is less than 8 times B, which is less than B squared. Now, something's wrong. Not that, okay, something's wrong. This here, as you all caught, should have been negative 40. Well, we have a couple of problems. 64 is not less than 25. 64 is not less than any negative number, including negative 40. The only inequality that is correct is negative 40 is less than 25. But in total, this statement right here is not true. So I showed that A squared less than AB less than B squared is false. It's only true if A is less than B and they're both positive. If A is positive, it's impossible for B to be larger and not be positive. This completes this video. If you like watching mathematical proofs videos that I mentioned earlier, subscribe to my channel. Please tell your enemies about my channel. I assure you that you'll really get back at them after watching one of my videos. They will lose it. See you guys in the next video. Don't forget, watch and learn.